Okay, so today we are going to turn this into a master bedroom. This should be fun. Alright, so this is our current master bedroom. This has always been the adult bedroom, but you can kind of see here on the side how low the ceiling is on Charlotte's side of the bed. Not exactly comfortable to get around. And then over on the other side of the room, you'll see how close the wall is to my side of the bed. Again, this just doesn't really fit us. So I figure, first things first, I need to make a little bit of room in here because I'm going to bring some of that crap in here, at least enough to get the bed out there, and then I can get the rest of it in here and kind of organize, get the stuff that goes to my parents to their house. But this corner back here where it can't really do anything, that's going to be the first place to get cleared out so we can get some crap in from out there. The reason we started this job, as opposed to one of the other ones, is there's no power run upstairs. So none of this works. All this wiring up here was disconnected. I don't mind being uncomfortable, a little cramped, but we have an extension cord that runs from the kitchen up here. It runs over there, and then it has 2 chargers and my lamp plugged in. But other than that, there is no light in our closet other than what comes in the windows. There is no power, there's no nothing. And it didn't really make sense to me to put power over here if the initial or eventual plan was to make that our bedroom. So it just makes sense to do the bedroom. Then maybe the next episode will be me running power up here, getting some lights installed, some outlets installed up here, and then go from there. So that's the main reason we're kind of jumping around. Some of these jobs are just, actually I should say most of these jobs are done on a we need this pretty immediately basis, and then we just do that job. That is a deep paper cut. That's a lot. And that actually is a bingo set. Thought that was going to be something else, just in a bingo box. Fun thing about this is, I forgot what half of this crap is, so I get to relearn what all we own. Oh yeah, come on. God bless it, come on. These things are getting lighter with every passing load. I think this is full of books. I think it might be time to call it for the evening. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Haven't even had a drink yet today. Day 2. Audio's working, so that's a plus. Better than yesterday. Let's see. Now we have all the important things like a trash can full of CDs. So that, you know, we can listen to music in 1995. I should probably be careful how much trash I talk, considering I have a bunch of vinyl. Charlotte owns CDs, so I guess my musical crap's a bit older. I should probably watch how I talk. Excuse me. I wonder if the microphone picked up that nice little belch. More CDs. Maybe we can consolidate CDs into one box. Some big books in here. There's my H.P. Lovecraft. Supernatural horror stories. David Copperfield. Oh yeah, this is a good box of books. Well, look, there's one in here by some tool bag named Jason Brandt. Weird. Guess this box isn't all that good. Oh damn, there's a couple in here by him. Guess I can get rid of that box. Alright, box of DVDs. More books. should probably say that, much to the chagrin of my wife and pretty much everybody that asked me about it, we have a ton of books. Our last house had 3 built-in bookshelves, and we had one in each of the girls' bedrooms also. So we had like 5 bookshelves in that house, and they were all full. Something like that. I like hardbound. I like paperback. I like actually holding a book. Maybe that's why I wanted to buy a house that was built 300 years ago. Because I like old shit. Oh, that one has a lot of books. There's tons of room over here. This is such a big attic. I enjoy it almost as much as I enjoy the basement. Okay, you can go to the basement. Or you can go to the barn. Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Geological Survey. There's Lincoln Township. Oh, there we are. Huh. Geological map of the area, of this township, and of our little town. Looks like this is the same thing. Come up with a cool frame for these and put them side by side. God knows what these feet are off of. STP, how are you? Guess this is from Jennerstown Speedway? Yep. Alright, I'll take that downstairs, that to the basement. That goes to my parents. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting there.
Made a lot of progress over here. And by the way, I think that's our unofficial motto. Making progress. Brian's gone through all of this stuff over here. This was still a whole lot of like family heirlooms and cool old antiques and stuff that Pap had been acquiring. So we wanted to go through it pretty carefully. What's that?
Sleepy Santa glasses and awake Santa glass.
Oh.
For now, this is all just getting put into a box.
Okay, is it all Christmas stuff or is it all glasses?
It's all like dishes and glasses. We still got all those up there yet.
Yeah. It's hard knowing what is family stuff and what Pat bought at what he bought at auctions and stuff, right?
Yes, the man bought a lot of things, but he also kept everything, so...
Woo woo, take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hard to know what was bought, what's an heirloom, what's...
Yeah. Yep. So we do a lot of leaning on Kaylin because she's really good at this stuff and she remembers what was here when she was growing up. And if she knows that it was there, she generally knows the story of where it came from too. She's been an invaluable resource as far as the stuff goes. So, all right, but we're doing pretty good. I say we. I just started helping.
What's this? Oh, is this that record player? I wonder if this bad boy works. Ooh, there's my pride and joy. This was like probably a birthday in like 7th grade, maybe 8th grade. I think my uncle got me this. Maybe my parents. I don't remember. That's my Claymore. If things ever get squirrely on the farm, we'll just use this bad boy. Old farm painting. Oh, this is Charlotte's. Yeah, this is indentured servitude. Charlotte bought this in the auction from my Pap's stuff. It would take me a long time to sit and read this, but I should sit and write it all out. Just because it's written in, you know, not Old English, but that particular kind of handwriting that's not super easy to read anymore. I mean, it's cursive, but it's real fancy. But it's for an indentured servant. So that's kind of cool. This is a letter from 1885. Again, I'll have to take my time and sit and read it, but... This indenture made and entered into this 8th day of April 1885 By and between Samuel M. Streams of Washington Township, Indiana County, and state of Pennsylvania. Yeah, I have to sit and read this. I don't know. This is the access to the quote-unquote attic. And I'm going to have to get up in there to run the wiring upstairs in the house. So I get to stick my head up in this creepy ass hole and see what we can find. On this very old stool that hopefully doesn't break. Yeah, there's a hell of a drafty breeze coming from up here. I get to crawl around in there. There's the old knob and tube wiring too. Hooray. Yeah, that should be a good time. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so one of the things that we've been talking about doing for years now is making a spot where Charlotte's able to set up her sewing machines. And her mom sewed a lot, still sews a lot. Charlotte would like to at least be able to put patches on, do some stuff. She's talked about maybe getting into it a little bit more, but even just the stuff like sewing patches on Bean's karate gi and that kind of thing would be nice. So we're going to go ahead and set up this, I don't know what you call it, like makeup station kind of deal, as a sewing station for Charlotte so that she'll have a space. And it's going to be pretty roomy in here for her. Got some decent natural light over here. I'm going to wire in some lights as well. But it just goes to show you, when we lived in our big McMansion down in Texas, we always thought we didn't have enough room to set up a sewing station. Now we live in this tiny little place, and already in the first few months we're going to have a spot for her to set everything up. So I'll go ahead and get this thing cleaned up, move all the machines out here, kind of get it set up a little bit for her, and we'll go from there. Oh, wow, that mirror is... Huh. The streaks are on the back of that. How in the world does that work? I don't understand how. I don't know if there's 2 layers to this mirror. I don't know. I'm not messing with it right now. That's more involved than I care to get at the moment. So there's some stuff in here. Some hinges, some wheels, keys. You know what? I think that drawer pull will work on my new nightstand that we're going to paint up later in the episode. We found some, well, not found, I shouldn't say. We got some little chests and stuff in the estate whenever the auction happened. We used one of them for the vanity in the bathroom. You saw that in that episode. There was another one that was a little bit different size that we decided to hold off on. And I think we're going to paint it up and make that my new nightstand. The one that we're currently using was a $20 thing I bought at like Bed Bath & Beyond or something when I lived in New York City. So it's not exactly great. And why use that? Well, we can use something that was hand-built 100 years ago and will 100% undoubtedly outlive me. I need to bring a screwdriver up here. Tighten up all these handles. Maybe. Let's see. No, can't use a screwdriver. Let's go gather up some sewing machines. Okay, there's one. I'm sure it will come as a major surprise to everybody that my knowledge of sewing is somewhat limited. Well, it's not pretty. It's not perfect. But I think it'll do. Yeah. Yep. Any more sewing crap out here? I don't see any more. All right. Ow. I assume this thing goes to some piece of sewing equipment, though I could be wrong. Oh, no, I think it goes right there. Something like that. Yeah. Gotta go on like that. Boom. Ow. This was all crap from my den. I had like an I love me wall is what we always called it in the Army. All your certifications, awards, all that stupid crap. And I was in the Army during the time of the ridiculous everybody gets a beret nonsense. I don't know if I even remember how to put it on. It's been a long time. Oh yeah, plus my bald head doesn't exactly hold it in place very well anymore. Yeah, something like that. Probably got a little bit of a pizza man thing going, but... Oh, hello, Jack. Did you want to wear a beret? Did you want to wear my beret, buddy? I bet that's going to sound great on the microphones. Honestly, you just sound like me. Since I apparently wheeze when I work. Oh, yeah. First aid kit. More books. More books. Soft topper. Oh, these will be the patches for the old soft top on the Jimmy. So we have I've replaced that entire soft top since then, but I kept it because it's a good one for if we take the Jimmy up into the woods and do any off-roading or any of that. That way we don't scratch up the new one. But the original soft top has some holes in it, so there's some patches there. My plan is, and I'm sure we'll have footage of this at some point, but I have my original K5, the first truck I ever bought in high school. I'm in the process of fully restoring it. It's getting a new frame, axles, the whole thing's gonna be new. But I'm also slowly restoring Charlotte's Jimmy as I'm driving it. It's my daily driver, but I'm also slowly restoring it. So we'll have two of those, plus the Durango, and then I'm also in the process of figuring something out for a truck, but that's gonna be it's gonna be more content, so. Oh. Okay. You know, I can probably, this microphone might be good enough. Anybody that's been around me has heard me do this magic trick. Give you an example of why I grunt and moan when I'm up and down. My knees are not the best. They weren't phenomenal before, and then I went in the Army, and my knees are pretty much junk, as well as my back. But hopefully this microphone will pick this up. This is the sound my knees make every time I stand up and squat down. So if I pick that up, you can cut me a little slack on the moaning and groaning when I do things. Okay, this is kind of a good one here too. Oh, so no, don't need these anymore. We stopped using all of these things when we moved up here. Just kind of unplugging and being on the farm. Don't want this crap everywhere. And found that the 7 of them we had weren't really that useful unless I wanted to play music, which I can do with my fingers. Anyway, the rest of this box is fabric. Old things like this old hat. I guess this is like a mitten, like a sock mitten. But this stuff is sentimental because this would have all been stuff that my grandmother worked on. My grandmother died when my mom was, I believe, like 19. I think that's right. She died pretty much right before she met my mom, or right before my mom met my dad, rather. She had a pretty lengthy battle with cancer and died young. But she obviously sewed and knitted, and so every now and then we'll open a box and find something she was working on and either finished or some stuff that she was still working on when she passed. So we talked a lot about in the first episode about my pap passing away because it was recent. But my grandmother had died a long time ago, and without getting into a bunch of personal stuff, that's a big part of why the home was in the state that it was. Pretty much when my grandmother died, he stopped caring as much about picking up after himself, and typical guy. Without our wives, we're just slobs and ridiculous with the way we treat things. So but someday when we have a little more time, I think we'll go through some of this stuff. Maybe come up with something to do with some of it and keep that legacy going as well. So this is the little cabinet that I said I'm going to paint and turn into my nightstand. I don't know how well the color's coming through, but it is currently pink. I'm not, believe it or not, I'm not a particularly huge pink fan. I know that might be.
It's not pink, it's salmon.
Yes, it's my salmon nightstand. So we're going to paint it the same color as the cabinet down in the bathroom. I think that's a nice antique green. And then this is a nightstand that I bought when I lived in New York City. It's a cheap one, but it's been pretty decent, so I'm going to go ahead and paint it to match. And then we'll have some matching furniture in this lovely home of ours. Be pretty ideal if I could sit on this. Okay, hold strong, little chair. It's a fun trick. I'm sure it's probably common knowledge, but I didn't know it until probably 2 years ago. If you use a paintbrush and you're going to use it again relatively soon, if you put it in a Ziploc bag or wrap it in cellophane and stick it in the refrigerator, it doesn't dry out. So this has been in our refrigerator for... How long ago did I paint the bathroom? Like
2 months ago?
She says...
It hasn't been that long.
I'd say it's probably been a month that this paintbrush has been in our fridge. Oh, how I love to paint. Painting is so fun. I love painting. That noise is not annoying at all, is it? Does it come through and make you so happy? Bangity, bangity, bang. Normally this is where I'd make the comment about that sound coming from this bedroom, but I'm not sure I should make that joke on YouTube. But it'll be fun for Charlotte to hear while she's editing. It's turning out pretty nice. We're getting there. A little disappointed. Charlotte was up here a few minutes ago and she did not bring the Kool-Aid with her. Time for the second one. Yeah. Alright, probably my favorite thing about Friday is we have a drink or two on Fridays. Try not to drink during the week so my body can recover from the weekends. But on the weekends we have our trusty, I'm not going to show a brand name, but Kool-Aid. My brother, who I'd say 90% of you watch his channel, is rather well known for his beer drinking. And for me, it is the opposite. I drink whiskey. I very rarely drink beer unless I'm with him. But Charlotte and I pretty exclusively drink bourbon. I like a good scotch, Japanese whiskey here and there. Irish whiskey is pretty decent. Charlotte's pretty much just a bourbon drinker, but that is definitely our go-to. Glass of bourbon, neat. Maybe an occasional old-fashioned if we're going to have a bunch of drinks. That sets me up just right. I think today, when I'm done with this, when Bean gets home from school, I think I'll have her help me take the Christmas tree down, get all the ornaments put away. We'll take the tree out in the yard, burn it with a bunch of the trash that comes out of this, came out of this upstairs while we were cleaning. Break time. All right. See if we can get these bad boys put back together real quick. The paint's been drying for, I want to say like...
Where'd you put those clothes?
3 or 4 days now, something like that. It's not fully oil-based, but it has oil in it, so it's very, very slow dry.
Just mopped yesterday.
Oh, come on.
Can't even tell. don't think this house is ever going to be clean.
Yahtzee. That's one. My big fat fingers don't fit in that tiny little hole. There we go.
All right.
All right, that's one done. This is not going to work. Because it's entirely too friggin' long. Oh well. We'll find another one. I think there might be one laying around here somewhere. Ooh. All right. That's one.
Sweet. Why won't this drawer stay closed?
Because it's leaning forward.
Oh. Of course.
Painted that latch shut.
Okay.
There we go. That's two.
Woohoo!
All right. And so now, this is our master bedroom. So we got the bed put in here. The nightstands are painted. Haven't run the electrical yet. Still got a few antiques to get out, but we've got a lot more space. The old bedroom is now the storage space. This is all the extra crap from the old house. And Charlotte has a nice station set up where she can do some sewing, put the patches on, get all that stuff done. So I think next week I'm gonna get the power run up here, and then the master bedroom, with the exception of paint and fixing the floor, should be done. So,
Making progress.
excuse me. Have fun editing that out, Charlotte.